Welcome back. You're watching India Inc. On the show, we've heard and met many from the .com world. Whom we have with us today are those who've created a rage with an online shopping portal. Praveen, Sinha and Arun Chandra Mohan, the founder of Jabong.com.
My name is Arun Chandra Mohan. I'm one of the founding members of Jabong.com.
I am Praveen Sinha. I am the founding member of Jabong.
We are a fashion and lifestyle company. What our mission is to bring the latest in fashion and lifestyle to the aspirational Indian consumer. We are providing the Indian customer, the modern Indian customer, with a portfolio of products across footwear, apparel, and accessories. I was pretty hell-bent on pursuing the entrepreneurial route, and this is something that I wanted to do while I was doing my MBA at INSEAD, and threw on a few business plans during the course of that year. And after that, through some network, through some contacts, I came to know about Praveen. From my MBA until I met Praveen, I was also working with a venture development company, so we were working on starting several e-commerce companies around the world, and this is what inspired me to basically, why not bring this particular business to India.
Today we have more than 5 lakh customers visiting our website per day within a span of less than 10 months. When Arun came and the ecology started supporting, I took the final plan. In terms of risk, yes, it is there, but it's something which you really love to do. You will go extra mile to do it because you are passionate about it. And hence the decision was easy. The consequences might be difficult, but you have to take that plunge. I did get support, but service family generally tend to support entrepreneurship. But I think recently things have changed.
So I did not have too many issues. My father was also in the business, so my wife is very supportive. So it was easy. When we decided to go into this, we didn't think of that it would not work out and everything. So of course the effort and the mindset was, let us make this work and let us make sure that we do everything to make this work. So that was more the mindset that we had.
I strongly believe that none of the ideas get killed. People behind the idea can make it survive. We have built one of the most talented team here. Thing is to get the right set of people, especially when the brand is not built. Both Arun and I had difficulty in getting the right set of people, but I would say that we were able to achieve it. However, we had to spend like all our weekends, number of hours we spent. Like I remember I would take interview calls even at 1 in the night if the candidate was ready, because it's not only about the first filter where you excite the candidate to join us, but then you have to convince them, because most of the talented people would be in a well settled jobs, and there is a risk associated to this, especially when you have just started.
You know, there are no shortcuts to success here. So I think we built a great team, and then we back it up with very, very hard work.
But my recommendation to the team or whoever wants to start their own business would be, the sleepless night is not because of the worries, but because of what is pending, what are your priorities, what you want to do, and that's keep you awake. If you are sacrificing your sleep, it should be for more work, more productive work.
E-commerce is a very complex, and as and when you grow, it becomes more and more complex. Yeah, because it's a retail business. Then you have online marketing elements. You have operations. You have delivery. So it is a very complex business first of all, and it's a new industry in India. So you need the right set of talent to start with. Yeah. The second thing would also be, you need to have a very clear positioning and USP. There are a lot of Me Too e-commerce companies in the end. So there is a lot of complexity. There is a lot of troubleshooting problems that will come up. So I think fundamentally you need a very, very solid team. We started with a very small amount of money, which was enough for us to get started. So it was on a shoestring budget. We started in a very small one-room office in a temporary
conference room.
With a shared conference room. So that's how we started, and that's where we also did our interviews. So it was in a different one, and then they would come and say, where is the office, where are the people? So it was that kind of. So you really need to take that extra mile to convince that person to join, and then make sure that you offer a job role, a job profile that is very challenging for them. So for me, it was very clear during my business school that entrepreneurship is something that I wanted to do. So it was very clear. And to do that in India also became very clear as and when I looked at the Indian market and so on. So
to me, I was always passionate about creating a business, and here we saw opportunity of not only creating value but also scaling it up, and scaling it up in a very accelerated way. For example, e-commerce gives you a potential to ramp it up with a growth rate of, let's say, 100 or even 200% month on month. You have companies which grows by 1000% per annum, and hence the combination of two, the urge to create value and create something from scratch and making it really big. I would say start now. It's not like cakewalk, but it's like swimming. Unless you jump, you will never learn how to swim. You might not end with the idea that you started with, but you will end up with by being a successful businessman with a different set of ideas, or learning from that idea, tweaking that idea and making it successful. I have met a lot of people who keeps thinking that they would start one day, that one sunny day, I don't know when will it come. If you are really passionate about it, start today.
Life is too short, so you pursue your passion. If you have an idea, try it out. You will find resistance from multiple corners. It can be your family, your friends and everything. But as long as you're convinced and you believe that this is logical and there is a very clear opportunity for this, I think you should pursue it. We consider ourselves our profession, if you ask us. So we are entrepreneurs. So this is our profession, this is what we do. Entrepreneur is somebody who's able to find an idea, and much more importantly is to implement that idea. I believe now India has a very good ecosystem of venture capitalists, private equity companies that can provide the necessary capital if they believe in your idea. So I think there are a few companies that one can easily approach. I believe there are also a few banks, no? Or
yes. In fact, there are government sponsorship. You have got incubating funds, but to me, to prove a pilot, you don't need that much money. If you have a pilot, it's very easy for you to get money.
You should take a call and say that, now I take 3 months off from work or 6 months off, and then I give this idea a full shot, 150% of what you have. I think that is much more critical. I think money you will find the money that you need.
Jabong.com